Russell Ira Crowe, born April 7, 1964, is an actor, film producer, and musician. Despite being a New Zealand citizen, he has lived most of his life in Australia. Crowe was born in the Wellington suburb of Strathmore Park, to Jocelyn Yvonne and John Alexander Crowe, both of whom were film set caterers. His father also managed a hotel. Crowe's maternal grandfather, Stan Wemyss, was a cinematographer who was named an MBE for filming footage of World War II. Crowe's paternal grandfather, John Doubleday Crowe, was from Wrexham, Wales, while one of Crowe's maternal great-great-grandmothers was Maori. Crowe also has English, German, Irish, Italian, Norwegian, Scottish, Swedish, and Welsh ancestry. He is a cousin of former New Zealand cricket captains Martin Crowe and Jeff Crowe, and nephew of cricketer Dave Crowe. Russell has built a cricket field named for his uncle. His family moved to Sydney, Australia, when Crowe was only 4 years old, where his parents pursued a career in set catering. The producer of the Australian TV series Spyforce was his mother's godfather, and Crowe was hired for a line of dialogue in one episode, opposite series star Jack Thompson. Crowe also appeared briefly in the serial The Young Doctors. Crowe went to Vaucluse Public School, but later moved to Sydney Boys High School. At the age of 14, his family moved back to New Zealand where, along with his brother Terry, he attended Auckland Grammar School with cousins Martin Crowe and Jeff Crowe. He then continued his secondary education at Mount Roskill Grammar School, which he left at the age 16 to pursue his ambition of becoming an actor. Russell Crowe career. Crowe began his performing career as a musician in the early 1980s, under the stage name Russ Lou ROQ. He worked under the guidance from his good friend Tom Sharplin. He managed to release several New Zealand singles including I Just Want to Be Like Marlon Brando, Pier 13, Shattered Glass, none of which charted. He managed an Auckland music venue called The Venue in 1984. He was featured in A Very Special Person, a promotional video for the theology/ministry course at Avondale College, a Seventh-day Adventist tertiary education provider in New South Wales at the age of 18. Crowe, at the age of 21, returned to Australia with the intention of applying to the National Institute of Dramatic Art. I was working in a theatre show, and talked to a guy who was then the head of technical support at NIDA, Crowe recalls. I asked him what he thought about me spending 3 years at NIDA. He told me it'd be a waste of time. He said, "You already do the things you go there to learn, and you've been doing it for most of your life, so there's nothing to teach you but bad habits." From 1986 to 1988, he was given his first professional role by director Daniel Abinery, in a New Zealand production of the Rocky Horror Show. He played the role of Eddie/Dr. Scott. He repeated this performance in a further Australian production of the show, which also toured New Zealand. In 1987, Crowe spent 6 months busking when he could not find other work. In the 1988 Australian production of Blood Brothers, Crowe played the role of Mickey. He was also cast again by Daniel Abinery in the role of Johnny, in the stage musical Bad Boy Johnny and the Prophets of Doom in 1989. After appearing in the TV series Neighbours and Living with the Law, Crowe was cast by Faith Martin in his first film, The Crossing in 1990, a small-town love triangle directed by George Ogilvy. Steve Wallace, a film student protege of Ogilvy, hired Crowe for the film Blood Oath in 1990, which was released a month earlier than The Crossing, although actually filmed later. In 1992, Crowe starred in the first episode of the second series of Police Rescue. Crowe also starred in Romper Stomper, an Australian film which followed the exploits and downfall of a racist skinhead group in blue-collar suburban Melbourne, directed by Jeffrey Wright and co-starring Jacqueline McKenzie. Crowe won an Australian Film Institute (AFI) award for Best Actor for the role, following up from his Best Supporting Actor award for Proof in 1991. In 2015 it was reported that Crowe had applied for Australian citizenship in 2006 and again in 2013, but was rejected because he failed to fulfill the residency requirements. However, Australia's immigration department said it had no record of any such application by Crowe. Crowe, after initial success in Australia, he first starred in a Canadian production in 1993, for the moment, before concentrating on American films. In 1995 he co-starred with Denzel Washington in Virtuosity, and with Sharon Stone in The Quick and the Dead. He went on to become a three-time Oscar nominee, winning the Academy Award as Best Actor in 2000 for Gladiator. Crowe was awarded the Australian Centenary Medal in 2001 for service to Australian society and Australian film production. He received 3 consecutive Best Actor Oscar nominations for The Insider, Gladiator, and A Beautiful Mind. Crowe won the Best Actor award for A Beautiful Mind at the 2002 BAFTA Awards ceremony, as well as the Golden Globe and Screen Actors Guild Award for the same performance. Although nominated for an Academy Award, he lost to Denzel Washington. All 3 films that he was cast were also nominated for Best Picture, and both Gladiator and A Beautiful Mind won the award. He also starred in 2 other Best Picture nominees, LA Confidential and Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World between 1997 and 2003. He re-teamed with A Beautiful Mind director Ron Howard for Cinderella Man in 2005. He also re-teamed with Gladiator director Ridley Scott in 2006 for A Good Year, the first of 2 consecutive collaborations, the second being American Gangster co-starring again with Denzel Washington, released in late 2007. While the light romantic comedy of A Good Year was not greatly received, Crowe seemed pleased with the film, telling STV in an interview that he thought it would be enjoyed by fans of his other films. Crowe's box office standing in recent years has declined. Crowe appeared in Robin Hood, a film based on the Robin Hood legend, directed by Ridley Scott, and released on May 14, 2010. Crowe starred in the 2010 Paul Haggis film The Next 3 Days, an adaptation of the 2008 French film Pour Elle. After staying away off the stage for a year, Crowe played Jackknife in The Man with the Iron Fists, opposite RZA. He took on the role of Inspector Javert in the musical film of Les Miserables in 2012, and portrayed Superman's biological father, Jor-El, in the Christopher Nolan-produced Superman film, Man of Steel, released in the summer of 2013. He played a gangster in the film adaptation of Mark Halperin's 1983 novel Winter's Tale, and the title role in the Darren Aronofsky film Noah, in 2014. In June 2013, he signed to make his directorial debut with an historical drama film The Water Diviner, which he also starred in alongside Jacqueline McKenzie, Olga Kurilenko, Jai Courtney. The film focused on the time of 1919, and was produced by Troy Lum, Andrew Mason, and Keith Roger. Crowe also starred in The Mummy of 2017. Russell Crowe Awards. Crowe has appeared in 43 films and 3 television series since his career began in 1985. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor for Gladiator, 2000, and was nominated twice more for The Insider, 1999, and A Beautiful Mind, 2001, making him the 9th actor to receive 3 consecutive Academy Award nominations. He has also received 5 Golden Globe Award nominations, winning 1, 3 BAFTA Award nominations, winning 1, and 3 Screen Actors Guild Award nominations, winning 1. Russell Crowe age. Born on April 7, 1964 in Wellington, New Zealand, Crowe is 54 years old. Russell Crowe net worth. Russell Crowe is an actor, film producer, and musician, who has a net worth of $95 million. Russell Crowe wife. Crowe began an on and off relationship with Australian singer Danielle Spencer in 1989, when they co-starred in the 1990 film The Crossing. Crowe got romantically involved with his co-star Meg Ryan, while on the set of their film Proof of Life in 2000. Crowe and Spencer reconciled in 2001, and married in April 2003 on Crowe's 39th birthday, at his cattle property in Nana Glen, New South Wales. They have 2 sons, Charles Spencer Crowe, born December 21, 2003, and Tennyson Spencer Crowe, born July 7, 2006. In October 2012, it was reported that Crowe and Spencer had separated. The divorce was finalized in April 2018. Crowe resides in Australia. In 2011, Crowe and his family moved to a house in Sydney's affluent Rose Bay. Crowe also owns a house in the North Queensland city of Townsville, purchased in May 2008. He is rather frugal in his spending, and is known to drive an old Jeep. Russell Crowe children. Crowe has 2 sons from her marriage with Spencer. Charles Spencer Crowe, born December 21, 2003, and Tennyson Spencer Crowe, born July 7, 2006.